Hey guys, welcome to Boys of Summer number 10. I'm Joe,
I'm Jeremy.
and today we're going to talk about a double feature that we watched at the same time where it's going to be Vacation and Mission Impossible Rogue Nation.
hmm
First things first, this is the last episode. It's been great. We're recording this a little late, and
Just
yeah, and we decided to end on this because Mission Impossible was kind of a high note, and everything else afterward it would just be like really bad.
it basically
Um,
was. I mean,
yeah, I mean we tended to do like the Dragon Ball Z movie, but just things didn't work out. So
yeah, that was such a limited release where we were. That's why.
yeah, so we're gonna like I said, we're gonna try to end it on a high note. But right now we're gonna address Vacation, which I think was definitely the lesser of the two
By far
entries.
lesser.
Um, So I guess to start out, what are like kind of your thoughts about it?
Thought it was a good comedy. I think I always classify comedies in kind of three kind of categories: the terrible ones that you don't need to watch.
Hmm.
You got the one-timer watchers where you watch it one time, it has good laughs, but you really don't need to see it again. Then you have the good comedies that over time they still are funny. And those are the ones you can buy, you can watch over and over again. I don't think Vacation was terrible. I don't think it was a really good one that you can watch over and over again and still find funny. It was definitely a one-time watch.
Yeah.
Had good laughs, had a good fight scene at the like a kind of funny fight scene at the end that kind of
Brought a lot of
brought a lot of
jokes
stuff
back.
back, did a good film continuity. I mean, it was a good film. It was funny to watch. A lot of the jokes that were in the trailer were one of the funniest moments, but there
Yeah.
was still stuff outside of it that was funny. The acting was good. The directing was good. The story was kind of poor, but for comedies, even good comedies sometimes have poor stories, so it's a kind of more acceptable, forgiving, should I say, with comedies.
Yeah.
But I think it's definitely. I don't think it's definitely a one-time watch. You watch it, you're going to laugh, but I feel like if you watch it again, like it comes on TV like 20 times or so on TNT or something, you're
Which it
done.
will. It'll be
Yeah,
like TBS, like
yeah,
every.
something like that, or you
Yeah.
HBO. They play the movies all the time when they have them for the limited time run they have.
Yeah.
I think you like watch it once on there, and then you're like, oh, someone else like let's watch it again. I don't think you would get the same experience. I don't think the jokes would be that funny again.
Yeah. I mean, I think for one, it definitely suffered from studioism because I feel like there was one scene where I felt like it was completely done like a pickup shot when they were getting ready to leave and they were talking about like how they're going to go to vacation in Hawaii World, and basically they did like the 21, 22 Jump Street thing where they were
That
talking
was in the
about.
trailer, yeah. This vacation is gonna be completely different from the previous vacation.
Yeah, and I mean I felt like it was so tacked on because it was just stilted and
It felt
it
awkward.
just it had like the pace of the movie that had been set before and everything afterward was completely different. Like even like
Yeah.
just the style of comedy was
It
different.
felt unnatural. Like it
Yeah,
didn't feel as a natural flow of the movie. I mean, I totally agree with you. It just felt off.
yeah, yeah. And there were probably other parts too. There were probably other parts where it they just tagged them on. I mean that's
That's the most obvious one, so it's
yeah,
easy to point out.
yeah. And that's just what you're kind of going to get with a. I mean, let's just face it. It was a cash-in comedy. No one is hoping to revive the franchise.
No.
It was. Let's hop on the remake reboot train. Make our money back. Maybe have us. I think 21 Jump Street was the same way though. That just exploded randomly.
It just
This
got lucky.
kind of yeah.
Got lucky.
This and I mean I think part of that's because it's like there's a lot of factors that made like around like this movie, like this kind of like storyline. Like a like Vacation's like one of those like cult classic type movies.
Yeah, it's from the Christmas Vacation
Yeah,
and all that. And Chevy Chase was a
yeah,
huge actor back. And I mean, he's still a legend, but he's not as big anymore.
yeah.
But
But then you also have that like I mean I know plenty of people who've never seen the Vacation movie. It's one of
no,
those things
I
that like
guess not. I mean, I know people like that, but like Christmas Vacation, that comes on every year. I know
yeah,
people who watch that
yeah,
every
Christmas
year.
Vacation definitely more so. Um, really like whenever people think of like Vacation, I think all they think about is Chevy Chase looking at the hot woman and them like running to like that music, like
Yeah.
at the end, to find like it was like closed or whatever. So I mean, it's it openly acknowledges. So I guess like that's fine. That it openly acknowledges. I mean, Ed Helms is one of the sons, or the son from
Yeah,
the
it
first
still
one.
connects it.
Yeah.
Like it's time has passed, everything's done, so it's kind of a sequel.
I think yeah, I
It's a
think
sequel
reboot.
yeah, sequel reboot.
Yeah, I think if it was a straight up remake, it would have been terrible. Like it would have been
Yeah.
even worse because it would have had to just pretend that the first one didn't exist, and I
I'm
don't think you
glad
can
it
do that.
made like an existence and it played off. The story was nice how they played off. Like I want to go back to what you tried to.
Yeah.
It was a good reason for them to go. I mean it had a good
What do you what do you think? What was your favorite joke?
the bag joke.
Oh, the kid.
The
Yeah, the
kid, the little
younger brother.
brother was probably the best joke they had, and
Yeah.
when he just said his lines were great, and then the bag when he was looking at that girl in the trailer was really good, and then they brought it back at the end, which was really funny. So
Yeah.
I think the bag joke for me was the funniest one.
That was really good. The random cameos from like all those people, like Michael Pena,
Oh that.
Caitlin Olsen, like
Oh
all of
yeah,
them,
those were in the
like
four
Nick
the
Kroll. Yeah.
at the what
Like
was it called, the four crossing or
yeah, the four corners.
four. That was great. That was a great scene. That was
Just
an awesome scene.
yeah, just like the part where they like stuck their guns in each other's mouth and start making it like sexual.
Yeah,
Like that was just like really
that was
funny,
great.
and it was just like kind of funny because like we had just seen Ant Man and then seeing uh, Michael Pena like be like himself again, almost like not like as goofy as he was in Ant Man, but still like kind of
I'll tell you one thing. Key from Key and Peele,
yeah.
he's in everything this summer.
Yeah, he's
He
been
was in this movie, very small role, but he's been in freaking
yeah,
everything.
yeah, he's been the MVP of random like
Yes,
cameo
yes.
appearances. Um,
Dude's doing some work. So,
yeah. Uh, but what else? I mean, it's just kind of like tough to talk about. There's not. It's like
it's been a while since we've seen it,
yeah,
and it's tough to remember everything in the movie, which kind of tells you how the movie is.
yeah,
It's not like you asked me. One of my favorite comedies is Wedding Crashers.
yeah,
I still remember that movie from the whole movie. It's probably because I've seen it so many times,
yeah,
and I still find it funny. With Vacation, I haven't watched it since. I've already kind of forgot stuff. And the next movie we're gonna talk about Mission Impossible. I remember more about Mission Impossible on Vacation, which tells you
yeah,
that the movie's not that memorable.
yeah. I mean, Chris Hemsworth was okay in it. I mean, it felt
I
like a
like
little.
Kim Hemsworth in it,
He
really.
was funny in it, but I feel like they went like his jokes went like they went to the well too many times. I guess because they were like, well, we have Chris Hemsworth, and might as well milk the cow until it's dry.
Yeah, it probably was. That's probably
Ironically,
what.
because he was like a cattle farmer or something like that, and that
The
was
when he
that.
drove through the cat was kind of funny.
Yeah. Um. But yeah, I mean.
I take my joke back. I'm sorry. The best joke was the rat on the dude's shoulder.
Oh yeah.
You remember because he
That
had
is
the rat
one.
and you thought it was a pet rat and he's like, what's the name of your rat? And he's like, what? He just
Oh
flipped.
yeah.
He flipped out. That was the
That.
best joke.
Yeah, it was just done so well. Like
Yeah, I
his,
know.
he was so earnest.
That was
Um.
awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just. It's one of those road trip comedies where it's just like a series of completely unrelated happenings one after the other with a little bit of thread, connective tissue. It was fine. I mean, Ed Helms is he a leading man? Probably not.
I think Adam's a good supporting actor.
Yeah,
I don't think he's a good.
I don't think he carried it
No.
because he just doesn't have that energy.
Maybe it just wasn't the right relative for him.
Yeah, yeah. I think, yeah. I just don't think it was the fit because he's just no Chevy Chase. Chevy Chase isn't even Chevy Chase anymore. Um,
Unfortunately, not.
I mean, my verdict. Let's just get right to it. I think my verdict for it would be a rental.
Yeah, I feel the exact same way.
Yeah,
Rental, rent it, Redbox it, 199. HBO it. If you wait till HBO, it'd probably be on HBO, Showtime,
yeah.
one of those two. So
Probably HBO.
so
But
just I would that's it. Rent it or watch it on HBO.
yeah, I mean, it's like if you don't like dumb comedy too and like vulgar, because this like got pretty like vulgar
Vulgar,
a
yeah.
lot. If that's not your thing,
You're not gonna like it.
like if you're more like a Judd Apatow, where there he kind of,
He kind of goes vulgar,
but he holds it
stays
back.
on the other
He tries to say
side.
smart, and this is
Yeah, he's
not
on the
trying to be
grass
smart.
looking at the fence where he crosses it.
Yeah,
He's not. He doesn't go there.
Yeah, if you're more like that or British comedy, then yeah, like Simon Pegg stuff, then no,
Skip it.
yeah, this would be bad for you. But let's move on because yeah, I just don't have anything else to say. But
Let's
like,
go to Mission Impossible.
so now on to what was like clearly the main event of the night for us, Mission Impossible: Rogue Nation. That is what's called Rogue Nation.
Yeah, you're completely correct.
Yeah, it's like I'm always like, what's the little like colon like?
No, it's
like
Rogue Nation.
subtitle.
Man.
Okay.
Yeah, I like Rogue. I thought it was a good title.
No, it was yeah, it was really good. It was. It's definitely like be prepared. This is of all of them except maybe the first one, and even then, this is definitely leaning more comedy. Like than say like the third one, where the third one's like dark with Philip Seymour Hoffman. Like it's like super dark.
This is definitely comedy. I mean,
Um,
fourth one had some comedy too.
Yeah, it's J.J. Abrams. I guess he's been kind of steadily like I guess he wanted to like respect the franchise. So the third one, like the first one he did, he kind of like kept it more action.
Well, this is the only one he did.
J.J. Abrams isn't behind the other two.
No, he didn't do 4. Brad Bird did 4, and then gosh, I forget who directed 5 right now. It'll pop up there, but I forget who directed 5. JJ only did 3.
But he produces them, right? Because they're bad robots.
They're bad robots. So I don't know if he's producing it, but his company definitely is part of it. Okay. Now that could mean they finance it a little bit, throw some money that way.
I'm sure if he's involved, like he's putting some creative input into it.
Yeah, probably that. But Bad Robot's involved, but he's not directing it.
Okay.
He's too busy with the Star Trek and now true. Star Wars.
Yeah. But I mean, this definitely it took like the most liberties with jokes, but I mean it worked. Like it
worked
was like,
real well.
I mean, it probably had funnier moments than Vacation.
Oh yeah, especially like when they're coming around the car chase and hits, and they meet them, and like I always forget
Ving Rhames and
Rainer's characters' names, but when they meet them and they're like, "What's up?" And they're like, "Yeah, what's up?" And then they just drive off, and then he starts talking about him getting the 4-wheeler and the Jeep, and it was great.
Yeah, I mean it was really good. I think this one did a good job of having a good like main enemy. I feel like the central antagonist in the other movies is kind of vague a lot, or it's like this whole like I don't want to say syndicate because that was the name of this. It's like this whole organization. Yeah, it's like this whole organization of bad guys with maybe like kind of a central figure. This is the first time where like it's Ethan Hunt like head to head against.
Yeah, because they even acknowledge that in the movie. It's like you're just pride's getting your way. He's best. The guy best you every time.
Mm-hmm.
So he definitely had someone right on there with him.
Yeah, and I mean it was like really good because. Like right off the bat, like they set up the dichotomy, because this guy like kills like this young girl is like very clearly innocent.
And they brought it full circle. That was another good thing. So right from the beginning, they brought that right back. Yeah,
this had it definitely had a lot of good cinematography, like really good just like shots. I mean, it was just like the action stuff.
Very good.
Everything like in that opera was awesome.
Even when he was underwater, that was really tense. Like I loved it when he lost one of the drives, both of them, and then he picks them both up, and he's like sitting there. You're just like, oh my gosh, and they just toss them, and inside he's right, but you're still questioning it. I think that's good. Yeah. That's good filmmaking when even though your audience knows how it's going, but they still question it. Yeah. That's good filmmaking.
Yeah, it had like a lot more Simon Pegg than the others have had, which is good.
I think that it was smart of him to do that. Simon Pegg's actually moving up. Yeah. He's a good writer. I think he might direct some things. He directs for sure. Yeah, but he's good all around filmmaker, and I think that helps his acting.
Yeah. Jeremy Renner took a little bit of a backseat in this one.
He wasn't as actiony, but he kind of took the more. I guess he would be the guy behind the scenes. Like he would run the show. He would do a lot of stuff, which I agree with you. I wish he kind of had more action because we've seen him in the Bourne movies and the Marvel movies. He can do action. He's capable.
Even in the fourth one, he did a lot of.
Yeah, exactly. And he kind of had a good fight with Ethan in it. Yeah. And I wish he would die, but it wasn't a terrible choice. That wasn't nothing I was regretting. I liked his role.
No. The female lead, which her name escapes me, but
she was hot.
Yeah, she's gorgeous, and like she randomly had like good fight stuff.
Yeah,
like,
she had really good.
That was kind of unexpected because I mean like Paula Patton in the fourth one, she had like a fight thing, but it's like she didn't seem nearly as competent as this woman in this one. Like
No.
this woman was doing crazy stuff, like
And
breaking necks.
yeah, she was a good actress too.
Yeah.
She played it well.
Yeah, you know, it's just it was really solid. So, like, how do you feel? Like, do you think this was the best one? Do you think they actually like taught themselves? I know it's like really hard because like 2 is almost like
Two's like you forget 2.
far away.
It's like you just want to. Two's like the redheaded stepchild you disown in your.
Well, see,
family.
I weirdly remember 2 very clearly because it was the first one I saw.
That's disappointment because you introduced yourself to
Yeah.
the series in the wrong way.
See, I saw it. I saw the series in the weirdest way possible. I saw it 2, 4,
I thought it was
1, 3.
Wow, really?
And then 5.
Wow, that is weird. I actually seen them all in order.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 is good just because it's classic.
Yeah.
2 is obviously the worst by far. John Woo messed that movie terrible.
It was fine until the third act. The third act, I don't know what.
I
the hell's
guess I
happening.
don't know. Then they did the slow kung fu. It was like,
Yeah.
it just turned into a kung fu movie.
Yeah. It was
4 is really good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, 4 is by far the best. 5 is close. I mean, there's both directors that elevated the series, and it's like 4. I think probably had better overall action, but then 5 had, I guess what we would class that 4 had better action moments. 5 probably had better action throughout than 4 did.
Yeah.
5 was funnier. It's tough. I mean, both of them really good. I probably would rank it if I had to 5, 4.
3, 1, 2.
Yeah, I that's funny because almost everybody ranks it that way. If there's any other separation, it's 4, 5, 3, 1, 2. I mean, 1 is it's not. I mean, it's the first one.
It suffers from late
Yeah.
90s really bad.
It does, but it's still good because it's the first one in the Mission Impossible. And Mission Impossible is kind of like the American version of James Bond.
Yeah. Yeah.
It'd be cool if we could have a crossover between Jason Bourne and Ethan Hunt.
Yeah.
Or James Bond and Ethan Hunt. That would be cool, but never happened.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, I feel like 5. Yeah, definitely had like probably more action, like per minute, if you want to like go that way, and it was definitely like good. But like 4 just had just really good, like the climbing. I think the climbing the building, like the suction cup up the building, was definitely the better of the 2 like big stunt moments than the airplane. Even though the airplane had like probably more personal risk to Tom Cruise.
I mean,
like,
it elevated because you knew he did it for real.
Yeah.
So you're like, holy crap.
Yeah, I just think the image of him like on the side of that building, it's just hard to get out of my mind.
It was such a great action piece.
Yeah.
I mean, it really was.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, I'd say 5 has to rank high. I mean, where do they go? Oh, no, I don't even want to go there first. How do you feel about Alec Baldwin's inclusion in this? Do you think he adds to it? Do you think
I think he added a very small amount. Now
you brought something to my attention? I'll let you tell it about when they're in the scene with the British intelligence.
Yeah, he was
guy.
green screened in.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, Joe didn't realize it, but I realized as soon as I saw it. And I must have been scheduling conflicts or something, but he was green screened in, which was kind of disappointing because I thought they could do a much better job green screen. It was like San Andreas green screen. It was terrible.
Well, yeah, because I mean, if you think of it was like think about. I felt like something was off. It was.
It was all. I mean, I knew it
off.
right away.
Yeah.
I mean, my eyes kind of trained for that, but.
Yeah.
Alex Baldwin did add something. He wasn't in it as much as you think, and he kind of made a annoying factor into their plans.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what he was. But at the end, he kind of turns around and comes back on their side, which I think his character added a little bit. Now, if we're just talking, I know they're planning to do a 6.
Yeah.
So
very obviously.
and especially with the resurgence of this franchise, why not?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're talking about standalone movie wise, I don't think he contributed a lot. I think you could cut his character out and.
Well, yeah, because I mean, if you
think about moving the franchise forward, I think his character is important.
Well, yeah, because I mean, if you really like think, what all was he in? He was on the airplane.
he was in that room where he was like added in or whatever, and then he was in the hearing, and that's the only 3 times you see him. So he definitely did like maybe 2 days max.
Yeah, he wasn't in as much, so that's what I'm saying. For this movie, maybe his character wasn't that well, but if you're looking for a franchise, it was kind of needed because it kind of set up his character and had an arc for him and developed relationships with those people.
And at the end, he winds up being with the IMF.
Yeah.
But then again, it's like, you know, if they don't get him in like 4 years, which is very likely, they'll just say he died or got transferred or something. They'll come up with something.
I mean, he's going to be in the 6s. I think they've already started saying they're going to start shooting 6 next summer.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Tom Cruise probably up for it. He does a lot of... He's mostly just done action stuff now.
Yeah.
That's all he does, really.
Yeah, I mean... Let's hope that this franchise doesn't ever go like the G.I. Joe route where they have to like kill off like people, like where it has to be like Jeremy Renner and Ving Rhames are like the main people because they have to kill off.
Well, luckily G.I. Joe had The Rock.
Yeah.
they like hired The Rock so he couldn't. And Channing Tatum, fun fact, hated doing G.I. Joe. He like publicly announced he did not like it. So man, that's why he got killed off. But
he super loved Magic Mike. Loved it so much he had to do this. That's weird. That's just strange to me. Yeah, I mean, no, I really enjoyed it. I mean, it's kind of tough because this movie falls in like we've had Ant-Man and we've had, you know, the Avengers and we've had like
Ant-Man doesn't get a lot of respect, but go see that movie. One of the best movies of the summer by far.
Yeah, it just this movie like fell like where it could almost be buried like in like a bunch of hype movies, and then also because like. I don't know, man. Like, I kind of hope that maybe after Phase 3, like let's like ease up off the comic book stuff like a little bit and let like more like original. I mean, because Mission Impossible isn't original, but more differentiated action movies come out a little bit more.
Are you talking? What do you mean? You said Phase 3, so I'm confused.
Of Marvel.
You're talking about more action movies in Marvel?
No, I'm saying it, yeah, because I mean, comic book.
Oh, you're talking about like after Phase 3 of Marvel is done. Like,
yeah, let's kind of ease up a little bit.
It won't ease up because you have DC in the trade now, which if their franchise works, Batman, Superman, which, I mean, I think that movie will work. It's getting high praise. Suicide Squad one's the iffy one, but they could afford Suicide Squad fail if Batman, Superman. That's never talking. Yeah. But I agree with you. I want more action
because
movies.
I feel like this just got buried with the comic book movies that were done this year and like Jurassic Park and other stuff.
Of course.
But that even still kind of got like
it just was a surprise hit.
Yeah, man. And then with all the hype for the comic book movies that are going to be coming out, it's just like it feels like this movie just really didn't get
with the general public. I think right for me, it was one of my most anticipated because I 4 was so good. Now knowing 5, I agree. I like more action movies. I know Bourne's coming out. Oh gosh, next summer? Yeah, maybe. I think it's next summer.
And Bond like in November, December.
Yeah, I mean November. So if you got Bourne, I mean these are classic. They're really good. Bourne, Jason with Matt Damon, so that's gonna be good. Paul Greengrass.
When are we gonna see just like? I mean, yeah, like and that's the thing. Like even like the ones that we're kind of like saying like, hey, like let's hope these get more support. They're still like derivative. When are we going to get like the next like kind of original action movie?
I don't know. I really don't know because Bad Boys, Sony released a whole bunch of release dates. Bad Boys has got 2 scheduled. Now we don't know if Will Smith or Martin Lawrence will be in. Which is if you know, I have a special. Anybody knows me, I have a special place in my heart for Bad Boys. Yeah. But I don't know. I want to see some good like. Let's get to like a Mission Impossible. Let someone come out with something like that, like a new franchise. Yeah. I would love to see that, man. Yeah, I truly would.
Because that's what kind of like sucks is like when you get like original like action movies coming out, they like turn out to be like WWE like borderline straight to DVD releases. Like you're not really getting like solid like that looks good. Like even like that Columbiana and just stuff like that.
Oh,
like
terrible.
I know, yeah, it's like terrible, but it's good. It's healthy for the genre.
It is healthy for the genre.
Yeah.
I hope they do. I mean, but again, someone just need. The problem is, do studios want to put forth the money to make original, put forth the money to make a summer blockbuster? Are studios willing to do that for original property? Because original properties, when they have done it, have bombed, which the studios have messed up on and make terrible movies. So that's a problem. But again, you need somebody like, let's say Christopher Nolan wanted to do an original movie. they're going to cough up the money because he's proven. So you need somebody, you need a director who's proven, or you need a smart studio, or you need somebody like the Hunger Games is probably the best example I can use. Hunger Games was made for 60 to 70 million, the first one. That's a reasonable budget. It's easy to make your money back, easy to make a profit. Boom, huge hit. Now the third one or whatever, probably coughing up with marketing over 200 million, which is not, you're going to make the money back now. I mean, you know it. So, but you got to start out small, or you got to have somebody that's going to bring people in, a proven director or something to help you out.
Yeah. And I mean, I guess it's just it's not the same climate as the 80s. It's like people don't want to see war stuff because we've like anything that's war is generally drama anymore. You know, it's like people like in the 80s there was like so much like pro fuck yeah America stuff. You know, like you can't. It's not the climate. I don't think for like the action that 80s was.
You need
80s
spy movies are really kind of in now.
Yeah.
I mean, you just need some good make a good original action movie. I would love to see, but I feel like if you're going to make an original action movie, it needs to come out probably in the fall, springtime, and then work your way up to a summer of a sequel, and then you're in there.
Yeah, but this is just like our kind of like little like final tangent since we're not going to be talking about this for a while. But I guess final review. I'm going to say this was clearly like a full price movie.
Oh, easily summer blockbuster.
You're not going to be able to find. I mean, you'll be able to find it full price at like one of those like second run theaters
now.
Like like what we have
so
here.
You're going to get cheap.
Yeah. But no, it was definitely worth it. It was a great time. It was even worth it watching like two movies like back to back.
It was definitely worth it. Mission Impossible. We saved the best for last.
Yeah, but I guess we can just discuss it a little bit. Keep on the lookout. We're going to do sort of a spin-off of this where we're just going to review bad movies. Now, are they going to be like historically bad movies, like ones that everyone knows are bad? Probably not. We're probably going to like try to find like original material,
deep dirty, and like Netflix.
Yeah, and riff on it. We're going to call that Boys a Bummer because we're clever. And
I don't know if that's clever.
Yeah, and that'll be like sometime like fall,
winter, and everything else. And like I said, the last episode, Boys of Summer. This summer's been kind of hectic. First year doing it. This has been our launch of our YouTube channel, so been a little history. But I think we'll have an update video out explaining what we're doing. But you should see us next summer, and I think next summer we'll have a more, refined, and we'll have a plan, and we'll just be more. You'll see us more consistent, and it'll be better quality. Hopefully, we're not going to be in the same environment.
Yeah.
So I think Boys Summer is just going to keep growing. But thank you for who all stayed with us. And hopefully next summer we'll have more people and we'll be able to do more and better stuff.
Yep. But until next time, I've been Joe.
I've been Jeremy.
This has been Boys Summer. Catch you later.